What a shame the foul got called. Subs call for Bradford. Kofi Joseph's off. Jordan Whelan on. And Kane King sits down. Great set. Talifero back on court. Greg with the inbounds. Murdoch Jr. to Bailey. Ekano. Goes at Lakudis, gets rid of Lakudis. Kicks it wide. Talifero off balance. Williams goes into the heart. Pops it up. And takes it to the bank. Murdoch Jr. with the ball. Finds Greg at the top of the key. Big Greg goes to work. Offloads. Runs loose. Point game. Williams finds a screen, gets rid of his man, puts it up. Bailey picks up the scraps. Murdoch Jr. down court. Talifero with the left. Hoods need a stop on defense. Baseline. Richards goes, loses the handle. Whelan through the middle. Foul was called against someone. Foul called against Samakano. So Ellis Tonkin back on. Elliot Bailey has to sit down. Whelan from the line. Makes the extra, ties it up, 36 apiece. Kano calls it. Guarded by Williams. Murdoch Jr. from the elbow. All tied up. Hoods possession. Hoods get the arrow in their favor this time. Akano thought he saw the pass. Didn't quite run. Next job, straight back onto defense. Timeout called. So Hoods get the timeout this time. Just in case you don't know the situation, both of these teams down towards the bottom end of the table with only Worthing beneath them. Hoods with their win from last week up into 11th place, just above Bradford in 12th. Okay, so it looks like we've finally got the stream working. One or two problems, but we're there. So we are all tied up, 36 apiece. 5:42 to play in the first half. Both teams going on small runs here and there, but neither one managing to get away from one another. Nobody on more than 2 fouls, so everybody's fairly safe to play their squads as they see fit. The coaches running as we go. So Williams finds the Kudis. Williams takes the screen from Suggs, goes to the basket. Looked like we got rid of Skorich. Foul was called. So that gives possession to the Dragons. So it's Tompkins' second foul. Lakudis shifts it round. Whelan at the top. From deep, finds nothing. Williams, he manages to hit the ring this time. Hoods push the ball. Taliaferro straight away. Step in three! So Hoods pushing up the defense. Sulks for Bradford going through the middle. Kicks it to the corner. Sari Richards from the corner. He's been good at the start of this game. Murdoch Jr. guarded by Lakudis. Finds a screen. Now picked up by Sulks. And the alley-oop! If in doubt, throw it up there. Big man's going to grab it. Lakudis. Guarded by Murdoch Jr. Finds Sulks. Back to Lakudis. Oh no. That's what they were trying for. Whelan. Steps. Goes. Offloads. Gale went for the shot. Drew the foul. So, due to the foul, as Tompkins sits back down. Lakudis also sits back down. That's 3 on Ellis Tompkin. And subs also coming in for Bradford. Sitting down Justin Williams, who's had a good game so far. So, Andre Gale from the line. Just misses out. Taking the rim. But he makes the second. I've got my headphones on over here, so I can't really hear how much racket they're making. John Murdoch Jr. kicks to the corner. Akano straight away. Hits the rim. Ball comes off someone. I couldn't call it. The refs call it. And it's Hood's ball. And subs in for Hood. Sam Akano takes a seat. Thierry Walker back on. Murdoch Jr. finds Thierry Walker. Back round to Bailey. Goes with the fake. Gets his man up. Taliaferro to the top. Skorich from the top. Ball runs loose. Hoods can recontrol. Back to Murdoch Jr. Gets rid of his man. Kicks it onto the inside. Big Greg goes to work. Draws the foul. And the contact. Puts him to the line again. You've got a big man inside like that. No wonder Bradford are having to collapse so many men on the defensive end. Skorich makes the extra. Kofi Josephs finds Sulks, spins onto the inside. Ball runs loose, Savory Richards. Can't find anything. Walker. Taliaferro from the corner. Hoods making the most from the three-point line. Xavier Richards offloads to Whelan. Foul was called against Landon Taliaferro. Hoods bench not happy about it. Thought it might have been a flop call, but ref saw it the other way. Suggs from the line. Makes the bucket. Crowd sign of effect things. Good job, Vuvuzela. You can have that one. Murdoch Jr. down court quicker than anybody else. Ball runs loose. Hoods coach want the foul. Great move. Kofi Josephs with the bucket. Makes it a 5-point game. 47-42. Murdoch Jr. finds a bit of space. Pulls the trigger from downtown. Williams finds Richards. He's had a really good first half. Whelan guarded at the top by Murdoch Jr. Bump foul called. Line. Means we've got Jordan Whelan stepping up to the line. Really strong player for Bradford this season. And one of the instrumental players in their comeback. Takes the friendly rim. And makes the second. 6 points the difference. Heading into the last 2 minutes of the first half. Murdoch Jr. has to get rid of Jordan Whelan. Walker looks to the big man down low. Greg, little kick on the inside. Walker finds Adedeji. Ball needs to be put up. Whelan through the middle, passes to someone. I went a little bit wayward. Hoods lucky on that one. Murdoch Jr. controls possession. Finds Greg on the elbow. Big Greg looking for the offload. Thierry Walker. A little bit of space. Good pressure. Richard Silks on the middle. Williams down the middle. Finds the foul, even though he didn't get the bucket. Putting the Dragons back to the line. Shooting two. Jordan Williams using his speed that time. Thierry Walker sits down. And the second as well. So the lead back to 4 points. Just over 1 minute left in this first half. Bailey, Murdoch Jr. Guarded by Whelan, gets rid of him. Got Josephs on him. Ekano. Gets it to the big man, who gets bumped but nothing called, so he just makes the basket instead. Williams guarded by Ekano. Adedeji Josephs going to the basket. Smuggles it up to make the 2. Last couple of shots left in this first half. Akano finds the big man. Murdoch Jr. step back, pulls up, hits the rim. Now they're looking to make it. No travel called. Great retrieve there from Sam Akano. 3. And the foul! John Murdoch Jr. coast to coast. Gets the extra. Jordan Whelan not happy with the call down the other end. And then fouls back on the defensive. Very few players are staying with John Murdoch Jr. coast to coast. So quick. Subs in. Aaron Sandu Nelson on court. Murdoch Jr. makes the extra. And that's the half. 7 points the difference. Hoods up 55-48. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the floor the Hoods dancers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hoods Junior Dancers. Amazing stuff. Don't forget all the snacks and goodies at the reception, and also 50-50 he'll be around the place. Just listen out for him, you'll hear him. Okay, to all those people on the stream, we've got an interesting game. 55-48 is the score. Both teams obviously really need the victory. Hoods with the home advantage, hoping to push things on from the win that they had last Sunday, which was a fantastic win against Milton Keynes, which was, if we're brutally honest, not expected. The boys played brilliantly in the arena the other day, and it means that we've got these two teams vying for that 11th spot. As per usual, Bradford coming out strong. Very little you can do to stop one or two of their players. They've had a really, really strong season, and when you've got people like Jordan Whelan and Kofi Josephs, then they're always going to be problems for you. So leading the way at the moment, Justin Williams leading with 13 points. But it's one of those, Hoods tend to do things with 2 or 3 strong players having really strong games. And tonight, Elliot Bailey, John Murdoch Jr., Greg Skorich, all in double figures in the first half. Big Greg grabbed himself a bunch of boards as well. So Greg's nearly managed to... Greg's got 15 and 9 in the first half, so he's nearly managed a double-double in the first half. But then again, he does have that size advantage that we have over everybody else. So yeah, we'll be back in about 9 minutes' time, just under. Sorry about the issues at the start. We had problems with our technical details, but hopefully we'll be with you and everything will be streaming through nice and strong all the way through to the finish. I'm going to go get a drink. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so I'm over here with Jack Osborne, who runs the media side of things. I just do the talking, he does all the work. But Jack, you had to ignore a lot of the first quarter because of the fact you were trying to sort out the stream. How do you think the boys are doing?
I mean, overall, it's been a bit of a rough start, but I mean, you know, it's always going to be a battle in this half of the league. You know, it's always tough on the bottom end. You know, it's a tough league in general. But I think the Hoods, at the end of the day, they're resilient in everything they do. I mean, Bradford aren't going away just yet. Got some real talent on their team. You know, Justin Whelan looking really good. You know, so at the end of the day, they've got a lot of talent, a lot to fight for. 20 minutes of basketball still to play. You know, both teams starting to look strong. Hood's starting to come out on top, but it's been a real backwards and forwards game and a real kind of battle for both teams.
So the Hoods seem to have picked up a bunch of fouls in that, certainly the second quarter. So you got Talifero on 3 fouls, you got Ellis Tomke on 3, you got Big Greg on 2 fouls. Do you think that's going to become one of those things that becomes a problem as we get into the second?
I mean, I think managing it is of course going to be one of the primary you know, focuses of the coaching staff. You know, but they're all smart players, you know, when they want to be. So, I mean, it's just about them being sensible with how they play. You know, no silly reach-in fouls. Play hard, but play smart. You know, they've got a small roster, so, you know, play good defense.
I guess that's the key. We're about to start off this second half. So Hoods leading by 7. And I'm going to switch back so that we get the arena sound on now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, take your seats. Those people shooting on the side hoops, come back and take your seats for us, please. Parents, if you see your child wandering waywardly somewhere towards a hoop, please feel free to drag them back. Hoods up by 7. This is one of those ones that could go either way, like Jack said, could go to either team. Hoods leading the way at the minute, but as we all know, 7 means very little in terms of a game of basketball. So the home team going to need the home supports. Okay, let's do this. Really important game for both these teams. Winner of this one get to breathe a little bit easier. Okay, Bradford possession. Kofi Josephs with the ball. Shifts around. Williams finds a bit of space. So to the top. Kofi Josephs back to the corner. Here's Williams. It's been strong for Bradford in the first half. Talifero mops it up. Something called. Do we just have to stop the game for wandering toddlers? Yes, we did. But better that than throwing a ball or even worse, a player towards them. Okay, let's go. Murdoch Jr. guarded by Williams. Gets rid of him. Bailey finds the big man down low. Ball gets knocked out of his reach. And Bradford end up with the ball sideline. So Hoods picking up the defense. Murdoch, Guy and Josephs. Walker tries to deny the ball to Williams. Back to Josephs at the top. Pulls the trigger, hits a three. 4 points the difference. Murdoch Jr. controls the ball, shifts it round. Taliaferro finds Walker. Down to Greg, finds a cut in. Murdoch goes to the left hand and makes the two. Williams, guarded by Walker. Suggs with the ball going towards the basket. Gets blocked by Skoric on the way through. Skoric did well to avoid the contact, but takes the ball out of possession. Sulks at the top. Josephs with the jab, trying to get rid of Murdoch Jr. Lovely pass inside, and the finish. So Bradford make the two and go to the line for the extras. And the extra one drops. 3 point difference. Someone's getting mobbed inside. Hoods ball. Murdoch Jr. with the inbounds. Finds Skoric, kicks it back to Murdoch Jr. in the corner. Walker. Richard Suggs again. Williams shifts it around to Whelan. Gets it back to Williams, back to Josephs. Kofi Josephs, too dangerous right now. Had an amazing game the other day. It looks like he's carrying on from there. Murdoch Jr. finds Walker. Taliaferro from the corner, pulls up. Ball runs loose. Murdoch Jr. controls. Gives him a second go. Taliaferro finds it that time. Going to be highly contested as we go through this quarter. Josephs guarded by Murdoch Jr. Suggs with the offload, finds it, gets it to Williams. Gets it back, Richard Suggs goes into the middle. Finds Whelan cutting towards the top. Goes to Taliaferro. Ball runs loose. What you didn't spot from over there was Landon Taliaferro celebrating the fact that he didn't foul someone that time. Murdoch Jr. Guarded by Williams. Gets a hand off, but kicks it round. Taliaferro, guarded by Whelan. Thierry Walker pulls the trigger from the corner. Runs loose. Elliot Bailey, great mop up. Walker shifts it round. Bailey from deep. And Walker again. Who's looking to reset the offense? Murdoch Jr. gets fouled on the way through. So got fouled on the way through. Hoods ball from the sideline. Murdoch Jr. again controls the top. Round to Elliot Bailey from deep. That's another one. It's a lovely move. Good team basketball. Now they need team defense. Williams, guarded by Walker, kicks it round. Draws a foul from somebody. Foul called against Elliot Bailey. That's good, Elliot. Be happy because it wasn't called against Greg. So, Micah Savory Richards to the line. Makes the first one. And the second. He's had a good game so far. Murdoch Jr. Looks for Talifero, gets denied by Williams. Murdoch Jr. back to Thierry Walker. Talifero pulls up. Thierry with the follow and the finish. Walker's first points of the game. Kofi Josephs guarded by Murdoch Jr. Goes from deep. Ball runs loose. Walker pushing the pace. Gets it to Murdoch Jr. Gets fouled by Kofi Josephs on the way through. Just that little hesitation. Gets his man off balance. That means he can get himself to Hood's possession from the baseline. Finds Bailey. Bradford fell asleep for just 1 second. That's all they needed. Richards guarded by Bailey. Looking for Joseph. Finds him. Finds a screen. Murdoch Jr. putting pressure on. Back around to Jordan Whelan. Comes back to the right. Guarded by Talifero. Ball runs loose. Murdoch Jr. off to the races. Talifero from the outside. Runs loose. Good work on the middle, through the middle. Timeout calls. Just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the amount for the winner of the 50-50. The amount for the winner of the 50-50 will be £81.50. We haven't drawn it yet. So whoever does win 50-50, in for a treat. I think pizza's on them this evening. So 10 points the difference. Hoods up 69-59. With just over, well, just under 4.5 to play. Hoods being led now by Elliot Bailey. 18 points for Elliot Bailey on the way through. Kofi Josephs doing the same for Bradford with 16. Jordan Williams, guarded by Thierry Walker, gets rid. Finds Savory Richards. Richards pulls up. He's got a man on him. Gets rid to the corner. Lakudis, who's on now. Screen set by Sulks. Williams gets rid, gets it back to Sulks. Scorich picks up. Talifero. All the way to the basket. Richards finds Williams. Williams goes to the left, goes to the baseline, and again goes to that little scoop layup. Anytime you can do that over the top of someone like Greg Scorich, you're doing all right. Ball runs loose. Murdoch Jr. tried to kick round to the corner. Didn't get there. So Hoods need to pick up the defence. Williams round to Josephs. Josephs offloads. Richard Sulks. Murdoch Jr. finds a screen. Round to Walker. Walker into Scorich. Back to Walker again. Just sneaks his way out to the baseline. Yeah, another two. He's a sneaky boy, that one. Walker having a good game. Lots of minutes because he's putting pressure on Jordan Williams. Sulks doesn't want to shoot himself. Lukudis. Ball runs loose. No double dribble calls. Okay. Ball runs loose. Murdoch with the ball now. Finds Taliaferro. Squares up. Goes at Richards. Finds a soft touch. Back to the 10 points. Williams. Goes at Walker. Richards stops. Finds the Kudis. Guarded by Taliaferro. Thought second. Great defense from Taliaferro. Managed to get out to his man. Terry Walker forces the extra step back. Great defense from the Hoods, playing good individual defense. Lovely no look. There's the goggles. Sean Murdoch Jr. finds his man on the baseline. Elliot Bailey says thank you very much. Lukudis. Kofi Josephs now. Foul called against Richard Sulks for the offensive foul. Moving screen up at the top. Subs in, both teams. Gale comes in, Ekano comes in. Terry Walker sits down, a really good stint. Murdoch Jr. Taliaferro thought he'd turn his shoulder, why not? Gale gets rid, Sulks, Lukudis. Good passing basketball. Samakano is sitting on Justin Williams. It's time, Gale gets it away. Makes the two, back to 10. As we said before, Bradford not going away. Just over a minute left to play. From the corner, Elliot Bailey. Elliot Bailey having a game. Up to 23. Akano all over Williams' left hand. Gets rid of it. Goes to Josephs. Jab step. Murdoch doesn't want to get rid of him. Josephs goes to the rack. No foul call. Tough. Samakano from the corner. And the lucky bounce. Call to the bench, and the bench loved that one. Into the last 20 seconds. Shot clock is off. Akano. Williams goes to the rack. At the big man again. That's the third time he's done that this evening. Just gone straight to the basket. Found the foul. And gets himself to the line. So subs in. Greg has a sit down. And on comes Tom King. Referees, the table would like your attention. They're too busy talking to the players. There we go. They're just checking that the basket was good. And the referees say yes, it was. So just one from the line. Justin Williams makes the bucket. Managed to get the ball in. And the foul. So Hoods possession, 3 seconds left. Third foul on Justin Williams. Acano from deep. And makes it! At the buzzer! I don't know whether he planned the night-night or whether that just happened when he fell down. Oh, yes. Sam Acano with the buzzer beater. So, chuck a duck, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody who's got a duck, get yourself down to the sideline. Anyone who's got a duck, bring your duck to the sideline. Bring your duck to the sideline. So, I'm going to do a countdown. When I do the countdown, you throw your duck to try to get it closest to the middle. And then winning number wins. So, everybody ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chuck a duck. Any more ducks? Any more ducks? Some people are rolling. I'm not sure that's chucking, but hey, never mind. Have we got one? We got a winner. Who's our winner? 68. Number 68. 68. Where are you? Who had 68? No one knows. I'll pull it. 50-50 winner. 50-50 winner going home with £81.50 is a yellow ticket, 781 through to 785. If you are a winner of the 50-50, see Mr. 50-50. 781 is the leading ticket on yellow. And we're back on the stream as well now. 86-70 the score. Hoods being led by Elliot Bailey with a lot of good support. Bradford's Justin Williams leads the way. Great defensive effort there from Sam Acano. I'm going to stop talking about stats and concentrate on the game. So, John Murdoch Jr. guarded by Williams. Gets a screen from Skoric. Lots of pressure being put on now. Great pass by Sam Acano to get the ball down low. Acano gets rid of him, gets it back. And another! Sam Acano's loving it. And he's on fire. When he enjoys his basketball, it is a sight to see. Williams to Sulks. Josephs runs loose. Rebound picked up by Skoric. Finds John Murdoch Jr., who goes at Williams. Bailey from the top. Runs loose. And Kofi Josephs controls the ball. Williams again with the lefty lay. So, 89-72. Hoods looking to take a little bit of a sting out of this Bradford running offense. Murdoch slows things down. Finds himself a bit of space. Finds Sam Acano. Back to June. Great vision there to find the man on the baseline. 91-72. Keep the noise going, ladies and gentlemen. Williams and to Gale. Josephs fires again. Pulls up short this time. It's a long bomb. It was a good idea, didn't quite work out. Lakudis finds Gale. Gale gets put off his layup. Ball runs loose. Sam Acano picks it up. and takes his time. Skorich down low. Got options. And finds the man cutting to the basket. Taliaferro with the easy 2. Williams goes towards the centre. Goes that left hand again. Carno. Guarded by Lakudis. Murdoch. Good defence there by Riyad Sulks, who then sits down, has a break. New man on, Micah Savory Richards. And Hoods making changes as well. So Skorich has a sit down. Ellis Tomkin back on. Lakudis, guided by Akano. Pressure on him, gets rid. Kofi Josephs. It's been deadly from out deep. Guarded by Taliaferro. Wants to go at him. That's the foul called. Gave the continuation. So 1 to come, and that puts Landon onto 4 fouls and puts Joseph at the line. Makes the extras. So Hoods looking, well, Hoods make the sub. Taliaferro sits down because there's still a long way to go. Patrick Adedeji on court for the first time. No, second time. Murdoch Jr. sends it around to Bailey. Finds Akano, who has a little bit of time. Steps back, looks to make it, runs loose. Bailey mops up. Bailey's doing a great job off of the rebounds. Foul called. Called this time against Savory Richards. So Hood's possession, sideline. Bailey. Back to Murdoch Jr. Drives, kicks, Tom King. Goes towards the basket. Comes loose, and the foul is called against Savory Richards again. He hasn't picked up any fouls so far, so just having those couple in short succession, that won't make much difference. Makes the first. So 6 minutes to play. Lakudis feeds it around to Williams. Still plenty of time left in this one. A big gap at the moment, but Richards goes to work, finds the bank, and makes the bucket. .16 difference. 95-79. Murdoch Jr. guarded by Williams. Akano kicks to the corner, back round. Murdoch Jr. finds the front rim, runs loose. Lakudis. Savory Richards looking for Williams, finds him, guarded by Samakano. Good pressure from Patrick Adeji on the first one. Second one went for the reach and got caught. So foul goes against Hoods. It's the second foul this quarter. So, timeout calls. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'd just like to make sure we thank our sponsors here at Hoods. So big thank you to TGS and to Kit King and to XL and Peter's Pizzeria as well. Thank you so much for your contributions. Really helps us out being able to put these game days together and keep things ticking along nicely. So, whilst Jack takes us back to the old school with the music, game's back on. Hood's putting pressure on. Foul called against Elliot Bailey this time. Gale finds Williams. Back round Josephs. Guarded by Adedeji. Ball runs loose. Bailey picks it up. Great pressure defense there from Hoods. Murdoch Jr. Hoods could really do with a bucket this time. Patrick goes to the middle. Goes to the left. Doesn't get there. But does get a touch off of Bradford. Tom King, ball back round, Murdoch Jr. finds a baseline, and Bailey goes to the basket, doesn't get it, but Bradford didn't have possession, so not long left for the shot clock. Doesn't matter, they didn't get it to possession anyway. So Lakudis comes back. Hoods need to pick up the defense. Just like that. Adedeji, so close. Such a tough defender. People always talk about how hard he works in training. It really shows you on defense exactly what he's doing. Akano guards Williams. By Bailey. Richards round to Gale. Gale gets fouled. So Tom King came through, which gives him his fourth foul of the evening. So Ellis Tomkin has a sit down. Really strong showing. And Andre Gale to the line. Makes the first. Remember, he's got 3 free throws. That's the lucky rim on that one. There's the Vuvuzela. That's what we needed. So, Murdoch Jr. gets the screen to get himself free. Ends up with Gale marking him. Uses speed to get past. Kicks it to Akano. Tries to go through the middle of the zone. Murdoch Jr. Nothing but net. I don't think that net moved at all. Akano guarding Williams. Williams stops, pops, finds the rim, ball runs loose. Murdoch Jr. gets it back. Great work rate there from the big man inside. Akano sees Gale in front of him. Shifts it around. Adedeji. Adedeji joining the three-point club this evening. Taking it over the 100. Kofi Josephs kicks it round. Savory Richards looks for Lakudis, can't get it there. Williams being well denied by Samakano. That's great defense. Knowing the fact he had a left-handed shooter, thinking about where he needs to stand. And if you're not going to guard him, he'll just go to the rack. That's just the way it's going to work. Richards goes at the basket, finds a little bit of a lane. Skorich knowing what he needs to do in that position, so just gets out of the way. Murdoch Jr. now guarded by Savory Richards, kicks it round to Akano. Murdoch Jr. still got Richards in front of him. A little bit of a hit away. Gale thought he might be able to get something to send it back down the other way, but it runs loose. Hoods possession, not long left on the shot clock. Looking to put this one up. 2.9 left. Pulls it. Runs loose. Comes off the rim. Williams goes to the basket. Runs loose. Picks it up again. Lakudis kicks round. Kofi Josephs denied by Greg. Goes to the corner. Looks for the... So Hood's making subs. New men on. Greg Skorich sits down. John Murdoch Jr. sits down. Got Aaron Sandu Nelson and Kenny Shinwar on court. Big man through the middle. 20 points the difference. Richards trying to cut that down. Makes the three. Sandu Nelson controls the ball. Kicks it round. Akano squares up, looks for Shinwar through the middle. Doesn't drop.
Yes, Gleason.
Josephs squares up on Elliot Bailey. Goes at him. Not getting through Big Kenny. If you've seen Kenny Shinwar play for the D3C or any of the games he played, you do not want to go through that. Samakano sits down. Lewis Gleason on court for the first time this evening. I've seen Gleason play all last season with a dynamic guard. He can go as well. Guarding Williams. Williams wants to get it back to Richards, and he does. This time Richards draws the foul and makes the bucket. Kenny Shinwar takes the foul. Elliot Bailey sits down. Replaced by Landon Taliaferro. Minute left to play. 103-88 the score. Richards ignores the Hooters and makes the bucket. Nelson to Gleason. Adedeji looked for Kenny, didn't run, didn't get there. Gleeson guards Williams. Williams tries to get rid of him. Kicks to the corner. Gale puts some snow on it. Gleeson picks up the rebound. So Bradford possession from the sideline. Adedeji all over Josephs. Josephs has a sit down. Williams stops and pops and makes it. Justin Williams has been strong. Really strong in this game. Talifero gets it to Nelson. Runs to Adedeji. Runs loose. Some people would suggest he just wanted to get in the book. Sandy Nelson with the foul. Richards again. So it'll be Richards working on a double-double. Makes the first. And the second. Solid from the stripe. Last 11 seconds of the game. Hood's going to dribble it out. Hoods with the victory. So, ladies and gentlemen, the only things that are left for me to say, next home game, next Saturday. Next Saturday we are back here for the visit of the Essex Rebels, Saturday the 22nd. But in the meantime, please put your hands together for the visitors, the Bradford Dragons. And make some noise for your Nottingham Hoods! That will do us on the stream. Thank you for joining us. I apologise for the fact that I just shouted to the arena and forgot to mute this. But we'll be back with another stream this time next week. Hopefully we'll get the entire game on the stream for you as the Hoods host, as mentioned, Essex Rebels, who just come off the back of a really strong victory. So yeah, that should be another tight one. Who knows exactly what's going to happen. We'll see you then.